Hey everyone. Happy New Year. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you didn't see that, Catherine and I just made extreme eye contact with the camera. How are you, Catherine?
I'm good. I have my bubble tea.
Yes.
I'm ready to go.
Thank you. Can we say their name? Probably. Yeah. Thank you, Ding Tea, for being open on New Year's Day. We know the Asian and you probably like we can't close to make that money.
Gotta make that bank.
Yeah, you're actually making a lot of people happy. What did you get up to this week? Anything?
Please sponsor us.
Oh, yes. Anyone.
Yeah.
Please. We need money desperately. How was your week, Catherine?
It was good. What did I do? Oh, I did my very first winter camp.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it was actually really fun. I was kind of nervous because it was going to be cold. And it was cold. Like, I don't even know how cold it was. Negative something for sure.
Okay, side note, not wanting to cut you off that much, but like I don't remember it being this cold in Victoria ever. Like
No.
negative 7 was it? I think I saw once.
-7 or 8.
Yeah.
It was cold. Yeah, but it was fun. We like hiked in with all our stuff.
Where'd you
and
guys
set
go?
up camp. Shawnigan.
Sorry.
Yeah. You like hike in, you find a little spot, and you set. It was a good spot. It was like we managed to find a spot like right by the river too. So we had water and it was still pretty like sheltered. There was like flat areas. We had a little fire because we lugged out some dry firewood too. Because I was like, there's no way we're gonna get a fire started if we don't.
Smart.
And that was the only thing that kept me warm was that fire. If we didn't have it, I would have been like
She would have been here today.
toast. Bro, I'd be a popsicle out there still.
No
a meat
toast.
popsicle.
Ew.
But yeah, it was fun. On the way in though, so you're hiking with this giant backpack, right?
Yeah.
And so there's this like obstacle we came across. There was like 2 logs. So there's one you had to like duck under. And there was one you kind of had to like climb over. So I went to climb over and I swung my leg up like whoosh.
Yeah.
And then I went to lean forward to go over the log, but I forgot I had a heavy backpack on my back.
You
So
fell
I went like this and I was like, oh no. And I started like flailing like if like it was like in the movies where you see it in slow motion. So I was like, oh, my brother's like, and then
He's just like, what is wrong?
and then Derek's looking back like,
I can just imagine you on your back like a turtle. Like,
it was like that. I just fell and I was like, oh.
oh, that's hilarious.
My brother was like, are you okay? And I was like, I bruised my hip. It's actually like bruised,
That's really good.
but I'm okay. It was really funny.
That is insane. I was like, I saw your photos 'cause I forgot you were going, and I was like, wow, it must have been freezing.
It was cold. Yeah, I learned a lot, like what else to bring, because like during the night I was legit worried at night, like, am I gonna be too cold, like are we gonna have to go home?
Mm-hmm.
But I pulled through. I put another pair of socks. I wore 3 pairs of socks.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Like I wore 2 pairs of socks. We took some photos with socks in them. 2 pairs of socks because I'm like, I'm gonna freeze.
Mm-hmm.
You also did something else that I thought was insane. Was the polar swim or whatever?
Yeah, that was scary because we were like, okay, let's do this. We'll go to this beach. It'll be fun. It'll be chill.
Mm-hmm.
It was not chill. It was so windy. And we got to the beach. There were like crazy waves. And there was also like giant logs and like driftwood that were washing on the beach.
Oh my gosh.
So we're like, how is this going to work?
Was it just you 4 or was there a lot of people there?
No, there was one more person, my uncle, but he was in the car warming up. He didn't want to pose for the picture.
Yeah.
We managed to find a spot on the beach that didn't have any logs.
I can just imagine just like, oh, it's Catherine. Ah!
Oh, there she goes. Yeah, it was fun. It was cold.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was cold. But like, I don't know, it's fun.
I'm like an old man where I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, Catherine, make sure you get, like, I remember, I think I texted you that day. I'm like, you went for a swim? Did you make sure you're warm up? Make sure you take a like, hot shower. Like, the dad in me
yes,
is like,
Mom, thanks.
such an old man.
It's apparently good for you though.
Yes, I heard it's really good for you.
Yeah, because like afterwards, once you're like warmed up, like I felt super like mellow and like chilled out, and I was like, it's nice.
And you got taking cold showers is actually really good for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Will I ever? Probably not.
I won't either.
But apparently it's really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? How was your week?
How's my week? This week was pretty good. This is my last week before I go back to work.
Wow.
But this week, what couple things happened? Oh, I went on a photo shoot with my friends Jordan, Victor, and then Silas, my brother, as well. We went to Swan Lake, and the lake was frozen. So there's some shots of me on the frozen lake, which is kind of cool.
You can post the pics right here.
If they come out by then. But like, peep my Instagram. I'm gonna post like. I'm really excited to see how the three of them, how they edit their photos and like their perspective, I guess.
Oh, they're all editing separate photos?
Yeah, so they all took their photos. Like
cool.
three photographers.
Cool.
So it was really fun. Kind of nice to dress up and look as Korean as possible.
Side note, he's not Korean.
Side note, I am not Korean. I know many of you have asked and said that, or have like mentioned that, oh, you're Korean? I'm like, I'm not. I guess the last name Poon is kind of, could sound Korean.
Does it?
Because there is like Koo and Moon and all those, maybe. That's why. Yeah. But anyways, it's kind of fun looking kind of Korean because people are just like, wow.
What K-pop star is that? Oh my god.
With me, my trench coat, my turtleneck. But that was really fun. It's actually really funny because I like sent a snap to some of you guys, and then Sherry saw it, and Sherry's like, I'm here. I was like, what? So Sherry and I actually found each other. Yeah, she was there. And then what else happened? Oh, there's like a lot of snow like here in Victoria. This is like never.
We had a white Christmas.
We have a white Christmas in the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Usually it snows, I think, in January. But it's been snowing since middle of December maybe.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of snow. The only bad thing about it is that no one knows how to drive in the snow here, so it's very dangerous because everyone else is very dangerous. So one time it was like, I think probably midnight or 1, and then it just snowed and it got really cold, and then it started freezing, and so then I was driving Sherry home, and I was on my way home, and I saw like on the other side another car was speeding, like speeding so badly, like down the road, but there was a police car behind me. He like turned his siren. I'm like, oh no. He like tried to turn around on the street, but there was so much snow and ice that he couldn't turn fast enough. He turned, and then he turned his lights off.
He's like, oh, never mind.
I was like, I remember just driving at like 30 because it was so slippery, laughing so loud to myself. Because I was like, this is so funny. The police was like, I got him. Just kidding.
Just kidding. We'll let that one slide for today.
Literally slide. But that was so funny to me. I told my dad about it, and he laughed too. But yeah, this week's been pretty chill. Not as cold as the activities you were doing though. But
I'm ice woman.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that. I feel like I would just die.
You should come on a polar swim 1 year. We can go to like somewhere chill.
And we could literally go anywhere, like anytime right now.
That's true. But we're not.
And that's the end of the episode. Okay.
We're going to go swimming.
See you later. Yeah. So this episode, we just kind of wanted to talk about New Year's and talk about maybe some things that we're looking forward to, some things that we look forward to in 2021, even though it was a crazy year. But before we do that, Christmas happened. How was your Christmas?
It was good. We had some family come down from Vancouver, so it was actually really nice having like everyone together for Christmas. So it was a lot of food. It was like multiple days of just a lot of food. It was good. It was chill. We hung out and had dinners, and it was a good time. Yeah,
pretty much the same. Like, we actually had one family gathering for like Jaira's 1 month birthday 1 month celebration. I just had dinner with my parents for Christmas, and everyone else was kind of spread out. And like, to be fair, like the COVID situation probably didn't help, so we didn't really have our big family gathering that we usually do. Everyone kind of stuck to themselves. We have new babies in our family, so it was pretty chill. And it's actually kind of nice.
It is kind of nice.
Like, kind of like not being too busy, although it was still busy, but not like, we have 3 dinners this week, and also lunch hangout, and also, family walks or whatever. So that's kind of nice. Kind of enjoyed it.
You guys also include the walks. We usually do just dinner, but you have like walks and lunches.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So usually the walks are more of like my immediate family. So like we'll go out Mount Doug or just walk around the neighborhood. My parents like to walk, so I think last week I walked with them like just down to Starbucks, but it was closed. So that's kind of sad, but it's fine. We got a nice walk, and so it's been kind of nice just to spend time with family, just kind of being away from them because of work. and just coming back. But
yeah,
a pretty chill Christmas.
Yeah.
I hope everyone had a nice Christmas, though.
Yeah. You guys had a good Christmas.
At least some, like, celebratory things, and yeah.
Yeah.
Hey everyone! I hope you've been enjoying our episode so far. If you would like to see the video side of things, just make sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, RiceWashed Podcast. Subscribe, like, and make sure to turn on that bell notification. See you there.
So yeah, New Year's. It's 2022.
Happy New
Year!
Woo!
Who didn't feel like a New Year at all, though?
No. Like, what did you do?
What did I do? I just hung out with Christina and Sherry. We got bubble tea. So thank you, Ding T. I got it yesterday too. And we just played video games and just kind of chilled.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a chill night.
I was like, that's kind of a great way to like end the year off. Just kind of chill, hang out with some friends. But it's kind of sad, like not really having a big gathering. Like I feel like, although time is a construct. Ooh. Controversial on this podcast. Although like it's like a new year and like, you know, I think it's pretty exciting for a lot of people. I do miss that like group aspect of everyone celebrating that we got through to another year.
Yeah.
Today I got a whole bunch of Snapchat memories of like two of them was like from like 4 or 5 years ago at the church, and then at Caleb's house, and like I was like, oh, I miss just like the countdown.
Just the big parties, and yeah, I agree.
What did you get up to for New Year's?
Well, me and my boyfriend had plans. We usually like rent a hotel room downtown and like go out for dinner and then go for drinks and stuff and do the whole countdown thing there. But because of the restrictions, they weren't allowed to have any like New Year's things technically. So nothing was really happening, and like all the bars are closed. So there's like still like pubs and stuff open, but it's still not the same. So we just ended up going for dinner at the Spaghetti Factory. With spaghetti.
Oh, Spaghetti Factory. I love that place.
The bread. And the ice cream.
The ice cream that it had nuts in it, but I had it.
It does.
Yeah. I didn't. What kind of ice cream was it?
It was like pistachio, I think.
I had it as a kid every single time, and every single time I felt sick, and then didn't really connect the two.
Oh no. Well, that's fine.
It's fine. I'm alive. I'm here.
You lived.
I had walnuts last week.
Oh. Why?
It's a surprise walnut.
Oh no.
It was like if someone gave us a gift of like this really cool like yogurt mix, like with cereal, pretzels, and all that thing. It was really tasty, and they were like, "Oh, this one has no nuts because Josh is allergic." And then there was a surprise one like at the bottom.
Surprise nut.
I ate it and I'm like, "This is a really soft pretzel," and then I like ate another one, like, and I looked at it. I said,
"Don't you hate surprise nuts?"
Especially
in your case. Surprise nuts.
Yeah, anyways, I was fine. I only had like 2, like the little small ones, so that was fine. Anyways, sorry.
Anyways.
Surprise nuts. Okay.
Yeah, so what else did we do? We went for dinner, and then we went to this one place to get drinks, and so we had a drink, and then it was cold, so we went for a walk, but it was cold, so we're just going to head back. And when we got back, my mom and brother were just like in bed. We're like, oh, okay. So we were all so tired, so he's just like, okay, I'm going to sleep. You wake me up before midnight. And I was like, okay.
Wait, when did you come up from camping? It's a couple days ago?
We went on the 29th. So we were back on the 30th. We had a night's sleep. So not like too bad. Still like, kind of tired, yeah. So I was like, okay, I got this. I'll stay up. So I just like watched TikToks until like 11:58, and I was like, wake up.
Never wake up. Yay!
And then I was like, yay! And he was like, to sleep.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Like usually like Christmas or like New Year's, our family WhatsApp group just kind of like blows up. Everyone's like, Happy New Year. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So everyone was still awake. So it's kind of funny that your family was just like, I'm just gonna
and good night.
Chill. I mean, to be fair, it didn't really feel like hyped up at all this year.
Yeah, with all the restrictions and stuff, no parties. It's like not the same.
What a sad year.
Right? Earlier we were saying it didn't feel like Christmas.
We are sad human beings. Let's talk about, what should we talk about first? Should we talk about 2021?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we can talk about our resolutions after. 2021. I get it mixed up with 2020, to be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It just feels like one big blur.
Yeah. We went to Guatemala in 2020 March, right before pandemic.
That was 2020?
I know.
Oh, I thought that was like way...
Nope.
Oh,
So
wow.
we were in Guatemala. We came back the day everything shut down. And the day after, they shut the borders to Guatemala. Isn't that crazy? So I would have been stuck there, which honestly, for my 2-week quarantine, would have been amazing. But I remember coming back to Vancouver, and they're like, you need to wear your mask. And we're like, what are we talking about? Everyone was wearing masks. The airports were empty. And I remember the craziest thing was driving home. It was like empty highway.
That's
no one was
really
driving.
Weird.
Yeah.
Like kind of like apocalyptic.
Yeah,
almost.
it felt like I was in a movie.
Weird.
And the crazy thing too is that like was thinking of going home for spring break because we came back the weekend before spring break, and so I had no food. I had nothing in my place because I didn't think it was gonna happen. But luckily I was able to get like Wi-Fi from like a colleague's phone and then like message Elliot, and Elliot helped me buy food. Thank you, Elliot. Because it would have been really, really
So was
bad.
that before the panic buying? Or was that
It was no, so it was
after?
like shut down, and then panic buying was I think a little bit before that. Because when we were in Guatemala, we were people who were contacting us, asking us to buy toilet paper to bring it back.
Really?
Isn't that
You're
insane?
just lugging toilet paper on the plane.
This is what I got from Guatemala.
What are you checking in, sir? Toilet paper.
Well, I didn't have my phone with me because I decided to keep it away, which is really nice. And you just take like 2 weeks off social media.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But yeah, so we basically really came back to this, just like everyone was at home. I was quarantined for 2 weeks at my place, which was very interesting to be by yourself for 2 weeks.
It's just you.
Yeah, it was like kind of nice because it's really quiet. But then I get bored really easily, so that was kind of boring. But then I came back to Victoria for the last 3 months of school. But that was 2020, not last year.
That's crazy.
Wait, yeah. Oh my gosh, last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
last
weird.
Year.
Yeah, so like I feel like everything's just kind of blurred together. I don't know.
I agree. I totally agree. Like nothing big has really happened. Like I haven't gone on any like big trips to like kind of. I feel like when you travel, it like breaks up time. So you're like, oh, it was before this trip and like after, but I haven't done any like big trips, so it's just kind of like, yeah, a blur.
Okay, January 20. I want to look through my photos on my phone. Maybe that might help.
Oh, that would help. Yeah.
But I think, okay, I just remember the start of this year for me was absolute garbage. I felt so like sad.
Straight up trash.
Just straight up trash.
Oh, I have to scroll all the way up.
I know, right?
Oh,
Wow,
that's
look at all these
2020.
photos.
2020, nope, too far.
Okay, here we go. So, oh no, that's December.
Christmas.
I just remember because I, at that time, was working, and the restrictions were pretty strict. I remember the beginning of this year, and so I had no social bubble. So I literally just went to work, went home. That's it. Didn't see anybody. Didn't go to in-person church. Just kind of because I taught like over like 300 kids. So like for me, it just like okay, it makes sense that I don't go and see people. And so I remember the beginning of 2021, I was so miserable, like to the point where I was getting, I think, depressed close to when I was like in high school.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was really bad.
That bad.
Yeah, it was that bad.
COVID-induced depression is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really sad, like when I think about it. And then I think it was around spring break, so March is when I like kind of like kicked myself in the butt and be like, okay, you can also choose how you like react to stuff or like how you feel. Like do something that'll make you happy, right? So that's when I kind of changed. Like I think a little bit before spring break, I started like working out a little more at home. Started doing some gaming nights with some friends, like online, like trying to change that up. And then after spring break, it was like, okay, I'm going to go work out at home every day. I'm going to treat myself out for like food on like Saturdays. Like so, I started doing little things to help me.
Just the little things that matter.
Just a little things.
And treating yourself.
Yeah.
Always treat yourself. I have this one picture. It's January of 2021. Look how nice it is. Like that.
What is that?
I went on a hike. It was a hike somewhere in, I think up in Cowichan. It was like a beautiful day.
Beautiful, gorgeous
January.
day. Or Josh was still depressed.
And the next photo is snow.
Oh my
February.
Wait, so today is Daniel and Yao's 1 year anniversary for the wedding. Yes, I just got a little photo of me just helping carrying umbrella and stuff.
I remember watching. It was so sweet. I cried.
Right. You cried. Of course you cried.
I always cry at weddings.
You always cry.
Oh, so sweet.
So that was a really cool thing. Good thing that happened in 2021.
That's true.
Then there's just like funny videos of me at school with my kids, and this funny photo. I'll put it on the video.
You didn't buy that?
I did. It was like $40.
Oh.
Basically, the pillow I saw said "Be a badass with a good ass." Me.
I want
but
that.
I did not buy it. Well, yeah, so I have all these winter snow photos in February.
I have a bunch of shots of like baking. In the beginning of 2021, I had like inspiration to start like a side hustle that was like baking. So I made like
Oh, those are really good.
Yeah.
That's like very Instagram worthy.
I actually sold a batch. This one lady ordered like 3 dozen from me.
What? I didn't know this.
Yeah. And then like but then I kind of stopped.
Are we friends?
I don't know.
Excuse me. I didn't know. I would order them.
The baking thing kind of fizzled away.
I wouldn't order them.
I'll make you some anytime.
You guys heard it first. She will make it anytime.
Anytime. Just for you, though.
That's super fun.
Yeah, but that kind of fizzled away. I don't know what happened to that. I was like, because it's one of those things where like, what if I do it too much that I stop liking to bake? That's what I'm worried about.
So I have a friend. She was my mentor teacher when I did my practicum. She's amazing baker. I think I've showed you her cakes before. Amazing baker. She did basically during pandemic, side full-time job was basically baking cakes and cookies and stuff, and she did really well. And she told me that it wasn't too bad because it challenged her to like decorate and try something new. So I think if you like try to change what it is, like learning how to decorate a cake and then doing different kind of designs and orders, I think it won't be as repetitive.
Yeah, we'll see.
Those look really good. Like the photo quality.
That was shot on the iPhone.
Okay, iPhone quality is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, lighting matters too.
Okay, you know how I talked about spring break? So I'm looking through my photos. Spring break was when I was like, I want to put myself out there more. I've always been somebody into fashion and dressing up and whatever. And so this is the first. Do you remember these photos?
I remember those photos. Oh, so good.
So when I started like putting myself out there more on Instagram and taking some nice photos with like my brother Silas, like thank you to Silas for helping me with those photos. Like look at those.
That was really nice.
Right. So that's when I started posting more on Instagram with like more fits and stuff. And I mean, I think that was a huge shift in my mindset. I think of like, we talked about this in the other episode where I'm really scared of taking risks or like kind of really insecure. So that was kind of the turning point in me, just kind of putting myself out there a little bit more.
That's good.
So that's a good thing that happened.
That's good. What were we doing where it was like, it was the quiz, the BuzzFeed quiz, and your result was you need to take more risks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
There it is.
Always.
There it is.
Got a funny meme.
When you sleep to avoid your problems but end up dreaming about them.
Literally, I came back and I dreamed about that person that I don't like.
That's how it works.
I know, hate it.
I have a bunch of hiking photos. I got my haircut, camping. I did a lot of camping and hiking. So
yes, I remember
good.
that. Yeah.
What else? It's a picture of fried chicken. Oh, vaccine card.
Wait, why?
What else?
Oh, so I didn't take any of my personal days of my first like 2 years of work. I just never did. I just like felt like this is maybe just the Asian thing in me where like I don't deserve it or like I shouldn't take these days off. So May was when like I took my personal days off, and it was because Sas was getting married. And I told myself that I shouldn't go back because it's not safe or it's not right for me to go back because there were some restrictions I think during that time. And I remember my admin was just like, "Are you kidding? Like, go home. Like, you need to take extra time off and like whatever. You're not like your party. You're not like gonna go see everybody. You at least see nobody. So like, you're probably one of the safest people."
Yep.
And so like that was the first time where I actually like felt like, oh, I should probably take these days off. Yeah. And I went back in May. And I could hang out with friends and like, well, I guess Sas got married. That's a good thing. Sorry,
Lots of marriages.
I know 2 in my family.
Wow,
super, super happy family.
I just have more hiking pictures. Hiking. Yeah. Oh, I went to Vancouver. Ooh, went to Joffrey Lakes.
You went to a lot of places, actually.
I did. Now that I think about it. It's all blurring together, but we need to go here. It's so pretty.
Get some nice shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. One of my favorite, my grad class, the grad class of last year, I'm probably the closest to them. Because I think we went to Guatemala together and all that stuff. They graduated, so this is photos of like us all together.
Aww.
Even though I look exactly like them. I know one of you listens. No, two of you listen to this because they added me on it. Hope you guys are doing well.
Hi, Josh's students.
Literally, hi,
listening.
Josh. His name is Josh.
Oh, is that the one I met?
Oh yeah, the one at TNT.
Hi.
Hi, and Jaden. Oh, Jadon, sorry.
I went surfing. I went surfing again for the first time since we went to Tofino. Why is it so much scarier now?
Just because you're
I was terrified.
older.
I was like, oh man, I got up once and I fell and I was like, ooh, this is scary.
Wait, when was Filipino? That was years ago.
Years
That's
ago.
weird. That's really weird.
We also they had smaller surfboards. They didn't have the super big ones. So
your size.
it was still big. But like, I don't know. It was just really scary. Maybe because it was also like kind of cloudy and rainy, so everything was kind of super stormy.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know if I want to do this. I felt defeated.
Okay, so I'm looking at my June photos. These are all like photos of like performances and like class photos. And you know what? Like I'm telling myself, I ran a whole elementary music program.
You did.
Like a whole 4 to 6. And I don't even like looking at it. I'm like, oh wow, how did I do that? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I just wasn't in the right place.
No, it was a lot.
And I still also did a whole bunch of like secondary things. So like, we accomplished I think a lot more than we think, and it's kind of weird right now just looking through it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of go on like autopilot when it's like that. I find.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you just focus, and you don't forget to like kind of tune out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Oh, June 26th, I got a perm. Sorry, it's just the photo.
Oh, yeah.
This is also a similar thing where I was like, I want to change stuff up. I want to change my look. I always have wanted to get a perm or like change my look up, and I was always afraid to do it because I'm like, what happens if people don't like it? And I'm like, literally, all my friends are so supportive, and they always freak out whenever I do something new or like wear color.
Anything is. He wears a single smidge of color. We're like, ah!
Who is this? Even this is just like gray and black.
I just have a lot of, I don't know, hiking, camping,
like
food.
Okay, and the thing is, what's crazy is that I was so scared to get a perm, and I loved it. I got a second perm. Like, it's so much less maintenance. I don't have to jump or like wax my hair up anymore.
Why were you scared?
I don't. Cause I just like was afraid of people judging me.
Oh.
Which is like honestly my life struggle. But I'm less so now. I think a lot less.
You
like,
just gotta learn to not care.
I know.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. In those wise words of Taylor Swift.
Thank you, Taylor Swift.
No, yeah, I think it's just kind of like the instilled trauma thing. Like, yeah. So that's something I still deal with, and like, way less worried about what people get, like, what people think of me, but still kind of little voice.
Yeah, it's always kind of in the back of your mind. I got Whistler pictures.
Oh, summer was a great time. Summer was like, I think the first break I ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, because you only worked like part-time.
Yeah, I worked part-time at a sushi place, which is kind of fun, 2 to 3 days a week. I was able to hang out with my friends. I did music stuff. We did choir together. It was the first actual balance of my life. Isn't that insane?
Good for you.
And I like still think about like, wow, that was like what balance feels like. And that was kind of like what I am trying to aim for even though I'm working full-time at the school, still trying to maintain that. Yeah. So the summer was a really great like indicator for me.
Well, I went to that flower thing in Richmond. The Sunflower Festival.
Oh yeah.
That was so nice. Oh my gosh. Would go again. Would recommend. Oh, gardening pictures. I grew some eggplants. Aw. There you are. That was so fun. Singing again.
Oh, summer was when things started kind of lifting. The restrictions started lifting.
Yeah.
And we could see each other more. I had like family barbecues. We went out for dinner and we had choir rehearsals. And this has kind of like really helped fuel like the 6 months of isolation. Is that really sad to think about?
Yeah.
And I just did it for like safety, right? It wasn't like I hate myself.
No.
It was more
like I kind of have to do this.
Yeah.
More camping, more gardening pictures.
It's crazy because I don't know if anyone else thinks about this, but like I sometimes look back on photos of myself and I'm like, wow, I was not happy. But then look at other photos, I'm like, wow, I'm so happy.
You go through and you remember like the times you're just like, oh, not good times.
So literally this summer, I'm looking at some of the summer photos. I'm like, I look so happy and just content.
This makes me miss summer now, where it's like warm and you can just like.
I love winter though.
Do really?
I love. Okay,
You like the cold.
this is my mentality. Winter is better because you can dress up, but summer you can only dress down so much.
That's true.
And also, I love winter fashion.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I just
my
like
vibe.
how you can. Well, just for me, just like with like hiking and camping and stuff, it's nicer in the summer. You don't have to bring like a bajillion layers and.
Yeah, summer. I'm just looking at the summer photos. Loved it. Great time. My favorite.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10.
Oh, here's the photo. Remember when I visited and we went to Metrotown and there was that shooting, and we watched.
Okay, there was a. There was like a pipe bomb thing or something. I saw a pipe bomb, and then we went to Metrotown because we wanted to buy something for my place, and then it was just police people with guns. Remember that?
Yeah, just patrolling, and everyone was just watching, and we're like, "Oh, let's get bubble tea and let's join."
No, because I thought we were getting bubble tea and then leaving, but then you're like, "Let's go back." I'm like, okay, like I was so down to go see what the drama was
wants to see the
about.
tea. And there's photos of us setting up for our very first episode. Another food pics.
Okay. 2021, RiceWashed was a big highlight. I think that was something else that really helped push me out there. Because I think a lot of people, like especially in Vancouver, like my friends there, they don't really know much about me.
Yeah.
But for us, we grew up together, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of nice for me.
Yeah.
Sad but happy thing, I guess. More sad. My grandma passed away in September, but it really brought the whole family back together. Like, because our cousins, our cousins and our mom's that's not too big of a group, but it was the first time I think in years since we saw each other.
It's funny how it does that.
Yeah,
someone passing brings people together, but it's kind of nice.
What was really nice about it was that, it was a very special time. I remember I literally went right back to work, and then it happened, and I had to go back like a week after. This was stressful for everybody. Everyone was trying to organize his funeral, all that stuff. Me and my cousins had a huge fight, and it was the first fight we've ever had. Like usually when you're cousins, you're just chilling, hanging out, having fun. But I think it was just because everyone was so emotionally like drained and all that stuff. But we were able to make up right after. Like it was like literally the same time. We just sat there, kind of quiet, and then I realized that, we're at least able to talk about things and like figure things out, which is so important. So that was really cool for me. I think as the youngest, going like, this is something that I hope that we continue on when we have like our own kids. But just something like our parents are pretty traditional and they just kind of argue and all that stuff. So that was really, really cool.
That's cool to hear. A lot of families, grudges are held and they don't talk to each other for months or years. And my uncle got married.
Oh yeah,
that was so fun. I hadn't gone to like an actual physical wedding in so long. It wasn't like a huge wedding either. It was just like some of my side and some of his wife's side, but it was just like the perfect size.
That's the one thing I think I enjoy is that the weddings are not as crazy big.
Yeah.
Because we're both kind of introverted in some way, so I think that's the intimate setting is really nice. Yeah.
And our families got along really well, so it was just like super nice.
Yeah, so I'm just looking through September to like now. It's just me enjoying life. It's like literally, like I totally changed my mindset. Like I think pandemic has really shown me how much control I have of my happiness. And how much I was just making excuses to not do things. Do you know what I mean? Like kind of like, you could like not really put your whole, like just stop worrying about work so much. Or for me, I would put like all my time into work. But remember, work is work. We're still at work, stay at work. So this year, September till now, I just try to finish work, leave it there, and then do other things. So like I joined like a sports group. I joined like my fellowship group again and played more sports on Sunday. Like so I did a whole bunch of things that I actually really look forward to.
Doing things for you.
I know. That's a new concept.
I feel like with your job, it's hard because you're a teacher. So it's like you have to do like marking and stuff outside of work too.
Yeah.
So
or else you're behind.
You can't really help but have it follow you.
So that's the thing. Is like some people were like, just don't do it, and I'm like, don't mark. And I'm like, if I don't mark, I'm gonna be so behind, and then I had to do it.
You
all
need like
at one
someone
time, right?
like because you don't have TAs because it's high school.
So certain teachers do have TAs, but I don't have one. Yeah.
I'll be your part-time TA.
Can you imagine, please, please save me.
Help Mark. That'd be fun, actually.
So yeah, I'm just looking like, oh yeah, so like some of my students visited, like the students that graduated visited, like the guy that you met at TNT, Josh, the picture of us.
Yeah.
Just honestly, fun times.
Looking back, it's like, oh wow, I actually did some fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just totally forgot about it because the years are blurring together.
Mm-hmm.
There's an option to play
To 21, yeah.
a memory movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of them just me kind of going like this.
I should do
photos.
that.
Yeah.
How cute.
But yeah, 2021 actually was not as bad as I felt it was, just looking through that right now.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had like a very negative thoughts about it.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, actually like I've accomplished a lot. Found a lot of self-healing, self-discovery. And although I'm a little worried about this year because the restrictions are kind of going back up because the cases are crazy right now, I think at least I know some of the things I do will help me through. Hopefully
You feel like you're better prepared.
Yeah,
that's good. I was making a list for like highlights of 2021 before I got here, and the only thing I had was didn't get COVID. Yay! I was like,
I mean, honestly, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, what are the highlights? I thought about self-discovery, and I totally forgot that my brothers got married. Isn't that weird?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, you guys aren't that important. But I mean, nephew was born.
Oh, duh.
Oh, the
Little
cutest
baby.
little button. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm a
there's
terrible
that.
human being. I'm so sorry. So 2021 wasn't as bad, and I think honestly, I always like, although resolutions, like I kind of try to make them throughout the year. I do enjoy at the new year thinking about the year and like thinking about what happened and some of the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good to reflect.
Yeah, it's good to reflect.
Yeah.
Everyone should reflect.
Mm-hmm.
So
even if you don't like it, do it.
even if you don't like it,
it's good for
do
you.
it.
Do it.
Are you enjoying our content so far and want to see more? Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts. You can find us on Instagram, RiceWashed Podcast, my Instagram, JMKPoon, and Catherine's at Catherine Lava. Make sure to also head over to TikTok and follow our new account, RiceWashed Podcast.
Okay, so resolutions.
Oh my gosh.
Thinking about our year, what are some things that you want to work on, or maybe some goals?
I feel like I make a couple of the same ones every year, which is eat healthier, exercise more. Those are like happens every year. Mm-hmm. The thing with me is that it like goes in like phases. Mm-hmm. So I'll be doing really good, like eating healthy, working out, and then something will happen, and then I just like stop, and then I go down, and then it goes back up again and down. So it's just kind of like a constant like wave. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, maybe this year I'll actually like try and stick with it. It's hard right now though because the gyms keep closing and stuff like that.
So that's the one thing is like I joined like a drop-in thing on Sundays with volleyball. Like one of the biggest things that I look forward to, but that's like closed or stopped for now, right? It's actually really sad. Like gyms and stuff like that really help a lot of people mental health wise and physical health wise. Right?
Yeah.
I think I'm similar to you. I always say I want to eat healthier, but and
then we meet up, and then that just goes down the drain.
But I think it's more of like taking care of my body. So like not necessarily eating like completely healthy, just maybe in moderation. So just like it's okay to treat yourself. It's actually okay to eat like terribly one day, or but just be aware of what I put in my body. One thing that I realized last year was my probably the most healthy fit I've ever been, like in my whole life. Like, so other than like mental health wise, it wasn't the best at the beginning, but I remember like I was working out every day like for a couple months, which is crazy. Like I am not that kind of person. Which I don't like going to the gym. I like playing group sports, and then so like September to December was like I thrived. It was like the best like community. It was me getting active, me having fun. So I guess this year is still trying to continue some kind of exercise or physical activity, but I guess it's kind of hard to tell right now.
I know everything's kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh well. It's funny you say that because I'm like the opposite.
Really?
I am not into sports like at all. I also don't like going to there's something about going to a public gym, I guess maybe as a woman, because there's like creepers and stuff like that, so I prefer like doing like workouts on my own, like by myself. So that's fine at home. It's just the problem is like motivation when you're at home to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I literally think about it. I'm like, how did I do that? I'm sometimes the least motivated person I know.
It's like, oh, the couch is there.
No, exactly. But it's because I like the group aspect because it motivates me. I think that helps motivate me.
Yeah.
I don't like the gym because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's another thing too. Is this you're I feel clueless.
I literally am like, how do I work on this muscle? Am I just working on my butt?
How do I use this machine? Is this going to hurt me?
Yeah, no, exactly. And so like when I first started working out a couple of years ago, I went with Sherry, I went with other people, like just one-on-one. That really helped me kind of learn. Like, so it has taught me some exercises to use now. But like, for example, if I want to like build more muscle in certain areas, I don't know. Like, I want to get a personal trainer, but I don't want to spend the money on that.
Right? They're expensive.
They can be expensive, but very helpful.
Yeah, that's true.
That
was back when I did go to the gym like years and years ago. That was one section I avoided was like the free weight section. Because I was like, everyone knows what they're doing. I only knew how to use the like machines from what my personal trainer back then showed me, so I only ever used those ones, never anything else. Because I was like, this is all I need. This is what I know to use.
Squats,
booty,
sit-ups. Like I can do
booty
abs and core really well. Booty and abs. Actually, when you were talking about going to the gym and the creepy people in the gym, you gotta stop.
Stop creeping. It's
creeping.
not fun.
There literally was one time where I saw somebody looking at my friend's butt. I literally stood behind her so he could look at my butt.
Look at my butt instead.
Like, stop! This is so creepy. And anyways,
yeah. But speaking of just like physical fitness,
I think you're speaking of butts. That's like great.
Speaking of butts,
yeah.
I tried to do some push-ups this morning. I did 7, and then I was like, "Oh, my arms." I'm sweaty now.
Hey, I don't have any upper body strength. Like generally, I have very strong legs and like core, but arms, I'm very not.
Arms and shoulders. Shoulders are like ooh.
Yeah, I definitely do want to like exercise more and like weights. I think that's one thing I really want to like get into. Because I have stubborn belly fat too that I've like it's just always there. So that's something I want to work on. One thing I thought about actually today was I want to like try to cook more, but I do cook like for the whole week. I usually meal prep the whole week, so I eat the same thing every day.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know how to do that either, but I think because of that, I don't really cook that much, and so like my knowledge is very limited. So I kind of want to try like maybe, still kind of meal prep for most of my days, but at least once a week cook that night, like one of the nights, just so I kind of force myself to kind of learn new things.
Is it just like time wise?
It's time wise. Yeah. I just
I
get home, I'm so tired already from work that it's nice to just kind of like, oh, I already made something, microwave it, eat it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of boring eating the same thing every day.
Yeah. I tried meal prepping once, and I think the second day, and I was like, I don't want this.
Someone did mention to me maybe a good thing is like meal prepping 2 meals, so like you can freeze some of them and then kind of swap.
Are you a soup person?
Soup, yeah.
You could like make a bunch of like soup and freeze it.
So I actually sometimes make like stews and then use like some of the stuff.
The leftover stew? The bits?
The bits. I don't know what's called. Chinese is called like, I don't remember what it's called in Chinese either. I have it in my head. Anyway, so just like the like meatball, like say like veggies and stuff, and I can put it in with rice. Yeah. The bits.
The bits?
I don't know what it's
talking
called.
about.
Is there an English word for that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, okay.
The leftovers?
Anyway, let's move on. I don't know what I'm talking about. In Chinese, I was thinking like the skoi song. So like the... Anyways, for those people who speak Chinese, please help me. But yeah, that's one of the things I want to work on. Like you know, I love to bake, but I don't bake over there because I will bake for myself, and I don't want to eat a whole cake to myself.
Fair. Or a whole batch of cookies.
Yeah, it's not good for me.
I find for me, now that I'm staying with my boyfriend more, that's motivation, because he comes home when he's hungry, and I'm like, okay, well, someone's got to make food. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good motivation. Just pretend I'm coming over.
Yeah, every time. But then when you guys come over, I'm like, I don't want to cook. I
Yeah,
want to go out and eat.
out.
Yeah, what else?
Oh, I started reading more.
Nice. I hate reading.
Oh, well, really?
I'm dyslexic, and it takes a lot of energy out of me.
True. Yeah, because I used to read a lot when I was younger. I just kind of like stopped. But then this year, I guess because I had more time, I just started reading again. It's kind of nice.
Do you picture...
Yeah, because I can...
What's that thing called again?
I can't remember. Something...
Okay.
I want to say aphasia. I don't think that's right.
So, RiceWashed podcast listeners, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine a red star. I can't see anything. I literally see black. I don't see anything.
I think that's so interesting.
Yeah, she can. She can see things.
I can see. Yeah, I'm just picturing it in my head right now as I look at you.
I can't. I cannot see.
That's so interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
But apparently we're more rare than you are. Wait, the thing. Like, I'm more rare. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, anyways.
Yeah, so like, yeah, when I read, I can like picture. That's why when I read books and then I see the movie after, I get like annoyed because I'm like, this is not what I pictured.
That is so interesting to me.
Like, this character does not look like what I thought in my head.
That
I am
is
mad.
so interesting to me. See, what's interesting too is that so I don't know if you ever heard of like when people pray they see visions. So because I can't picture things, when I see like an actual vision or image, it's clear to me that it's a vision.
So that's the only point where you can actually see things in your head.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So like, and I only happened like once or twice in my life. So I'll be praying and I would see like an image thing. It's really weird, but I guess that's kind of the cool thing about it is I know that it's not me. I'm imagining it.
I was going to say, if you can't imagine things, but you can see things in your dreams, right?
I see full color, full people,
full, not just half people, full people.
Yeah, so like my dreams are very vivid. Yeah.
Interesting, but you can't like just in everyday life just imagine things.
Can't.
That's so weird.
I can think about the essence of it.
See, that's what confuses me.
Yeah.
I also learned that some people don't have an internal monologue.
I can. Can you?
Like talk to yourself in your head. Yeah, some people
I'm
don't.
talking about you right now.
Excuse me. How dare you think that about me?
I didn't know that until I think a couple years ago.
I think that's insane. Because that's how I figure stuff out.
Talk
to myself. Yeah.
Do you have an argument with yourself? I do it too.
But like if people, like I think it's crazy if people don't do that. How do they figure stuff out? I guess maybe they talk out loud.
Yeah.
Like, what if you're in like a test and you can't necessarily?
This is so bizarre. We need like
we need a psychologist in here.
Yeah, I want to. Anyone know a psychologist that wants to be on our podcast? Please send them over.
That'd be so interesting.
I think we should talk to people in different professions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do I know that? Oh, there's somebody. We know somebody.
Must be somebody. Also, if you would like to be on our podcast, send us a DM. Like we want to chat. I love conversations. That's one of my passions. I think I love talking to people. Like I love hearing about stories. I don't like talking to people.
Introvert props.
But I love learning about people's lives and stuff like that. Another, I guess, kind of continue on with this year, like never resolution or goal is to kind of put myself out there more. So I think this podcast actually kind of is pushing me a little bit, like sharing it on my personal Instagrams and all that stuff. Yeah, so
it's fun because it's not like you're physically standing in front of a crowd of people telling people this. You're just kind of like chilling on a couch, just having a conversation,
having boba.
Yeah, just having a
and
drink.
just talking to your friend.
Yeah,
and you,
the viewers.
What
else?
Yeah, I don't
like to set too many resolutions.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, because like one I forget, and yeah, it's overwhelming, and it's just like too many to focus on. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's better just to have like a few.
I think I definitely am still I have been working on it since like March, I guess, but like kind of just making sure that I do things that I enjoy, or at least find things that will make me look forward to it. So I think what was really difficult in like January to June was that I had nothing to look forward to. So I would just finish work and then go home. But then like, September to December, and summer, I always have something to look forward to. So I think that's kind of, for me, it's like, although, work is work, you need to make money and survive. Like, at least I can do things that will make me go, okay, there's something at this day of this week that's going to really help me help me out of the week or whatever. So I think that's going to be a continuation for my whole life. I think just finding things that I have passion for or enjoy, even during a week of work or whatever.
Yeah, that's good. Finding things you like. One more thing I have on here is pick up a new hobby, ?
Oh.
I don't know what that's going to be yet. I kind of want to start learning piano again. I haven't played piano since I was like 5.
I can teach you. Can we just do videos on this?
Oh, no. I want to try it again, I think.
Do it.
I think I'll do it. I need to pick up some of those books. Piano books.
Okay, you know what? Speaking of hobbies, I need to find a hobby. Like, I do play like video games and watch anime.
Something more tactile.
Yeah. And I think but I don't know what.
Learn how to knit. You can make sweaters. I've been thinking about that too.
You should knit. I'm just telling you to do my hobbies.
I tried crocheting. I learned how to do a little square, and then my hand started cramping up.
It's the muscle. You got to keep doing it.
It hurts, man. But yeah, I've seen people make really cute things.
Yeah.
And they make little stuffed animals and cute cardigans. I want to make a cardigan.
Yeah, do it. You can ask Joy to teach you, or
oh, Joy is so good at.
Matthew's really good at crocheting. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll watch his videos.
But it's I just want to find a hobby that I enjoy.
You have your digital art.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that for a long time.
What else could you do? Something. I feel like you should try something really out of the box for yourself.
Like what? Gymnastics. I'm just gonna crack I'm gonna roll my ankle every day.
What else what do people do?
Okay, that's the thing. Is I think for me, I'm somebody who is very goal oriented. So if I'm doing something and it doesn't bring some kind of outcome,
it doesn't spark joy.
I think I find that really difficult.
Are you the kind of person that if you try something and you don't get it right the first time, you get frustrated?
So I do get frustrated, but I keep doing it. So I'm somebody who's I want to try this, and I'll keep trying it.
I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm just whatever, I keep doing it, do it again.
Yeah, that's good.
If it's something I enjoy, I will keep doing it.
Yeah.
But if it's kind of oh, it's kind of not my thing, I'll just stop. Yeah.
What else? What could you do? I'm trying to think of something that's way out of character for you. Learn how to skydive.
I actually really want to skydive. I love the adrenaline stuff.
Gosh,
I love those rides that just kind of drop.
Oh, I love those. Oh my goodness. It's just the feeling.
I love it.
Maybe it's the anticipation of because they usually have that thing where you can't see the top.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of oh, I'm getting anxious thinking about it. My hands are sweating.
Palms are sweaty. Knees weak.
Mom spaghetti. That reminds me, I went this summer, there was a fair, and there was this one ride. Did you see it did I send you the Snapchat of it? I think it was on my Instagram. It's this big arm that rotates in the middle, and there's 4 seats on each end of the arm. It just swings in a circle. It's really tall though.
That sounds so much fun.
It was terrifying. I went with my boyfriend, and he was like, oh, we'll go on that. And I was like, oh no, maybe we'll go for a walk. We'll walk around a little bit. And he was like, okay, we're going. I was like, no, I don't want to. And then he bought tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess we're doing it.
I
was terrified.
That sounds so fun.
I was actually my brain was like, no, but my body still walked up into the seat. I was like, why am I here? As they strap me in, I'm like, oh my God, here I go.
That's so good.
It was really fun though. In the end, I was like, that was so worth it.
We should go to an amusement park together. Disneyland, if you want to sponsor,
please pay.
Anybody
pay for our plane tickets. Pay for our accommodation.
Anyone to sponsor us, please.
Because I do like those kind of rides. Yeah. It's just I need someone to force me to go on them. Just drag me onto it.
I went to Toronto. When I went to Toronto a couple of years ago, we went to P&E Playland, whatever one it was. But they have one of the fastest roller coasters in Canada, and I was like, let's go. Like, I was like straight up, no hesitation, let's go. So luckily, like my brother Daniel and I went, but like I know other people and my family was no.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. I love it. I love adrenaline.
I've never been on a roller coaster before.
What?
I've been on there was like a tiny one I went on Knott's Berry Farm, but like an actual like legit big roller coaster I've never gone on.
Disneyland, you would like to sponsor.
I'm afraid I'm gonna puke. I get motion sick. But
that's why you don't eat too much.
But they're not like spinny. I think the problem is the ones that spin.
Don't go in a teacup with us. There's videos of us with there's 4 cups and this one that's clearly us because we're going like 100 times faster than all the little kids kind of like wee. I should try to find a video for you.
No, I would absolutely vomit. It would go spraying everywhere as you were spinning.
Yeah. Anyways.
Goodness.
What else do you have? Is that it?
Oh, I have.
What do I have? I don't know.
New Year. Oh, yeah. So this New Year, I was with my mom, and she does the like Filipino New Year's traditions every year.
Oh.
So I was wondering if you had any. Like, is there any like? I know Chinese New Year's not until March. Is it March?
I think it's February. I remember.
Yeah, but like, do you guys have any?
I don't think so. Like, I think maybe we're just a little bit more westernized here. But generally, they hype up Chinese New Year. That's the big deal.
Yeah.
No, but we don't really have. Maybe I just don't know any. If you know any, please let us know. I don't think I know any Chinese New Year traditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's these ones that she does.
Yeah.
So you have to have 12 round-shaped fruits.
12 round-shaped fruits.
Yeah. Okay. To represent prosperity and fortune. When it hits midnight, you throw money into the air. So just like change, just go woo, and like throw it. You jump, so you grow taller. Which I obviously didn't jump enough. You wear polka dots, because the circles symbolize money as well.
What?
Yeah. And then there's food. So a super common one that she always makes is sticky rice, which represents strengthening the family bond.
Okay.
And noodles for long life.
Yeah, I heard about the noodles.
Yeah. So like I remember doing all these things since I was like really, really young.
Okay, so I'm looking up Google. I put Chinese New Year and I'm like, wait, that's not the same thing. I've never heard of any from Chinese culture before. Huh. And I wonder...
I think... Because I assumed that you guys would.
They probably do. Like, someone please tell us. Like, I'm actually really curious. Like, I think we just don't do it. And also maybe just because of... I don't think faith really plays a factor in it, but maybe that's why.
Yeah.
My family, like immediate family, is not too big on celebrations, honestly.
Yeah.
To be fair. So maybe we just didn't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting to find out, though.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah. So yeah, last night, like I was in bed, kind of like Happy New Year, yeah. Then I hear my mom outside. I hear change falling on the ground. She was in the hall, just like throwing change.
That's so good.
So I walk out. I was like, went back to bed.
You throw change and you like hop. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a very reflective episode. I think I didn't really think about the year until I went through my phone today.
That was a good idea because I honestly was like, I didn't do anything, but I actually did a lot of stuff.
You can do a lot in 365 days.
That's true, and in a pandemic.
And in a pandemic.
Yeah.
We hope that you had a good New Year's, and I know that I seen a meme that was like 2020 TOO. 2022.
Oh yeah.
Which I totally get. It's like things are so chaotic and whatnot, but I think pandemic really taught me a lot of stuff. I'll think about myself and like joy. So I hope that although it seems like things are getting a little crazy again, that we have a better mindset and we know how to take care of ourselves better.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the wise words of Ariana Grande, 2021, thank you next. But yeah, I really hope we have a good 2022.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Yeah. So stay tuned for more things this year. I'm quite excited for RiceWashed to kind of happen. We have over 100 listens before the end of 2021, which is insane.
That was exciting.
Yeah, thanks guys.
We have more content planned and a lot more things we want to do.
There's so many things we want to do. It's just a ferry ride that's separating us.
Across the... If anyone wants to collab with us, please message us.
Yes.
We would love to collab with someone.
We would love to do some fun, even if it's just like a fun video or like...
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a podcast, just like...
Yeah. But also, I think it'd be really funny to talk about childhoods with other people. That's what I'm... Like, every time we have someone on here, I think I really enjoy listening to what their childhoods were like. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it for today's episode.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. We don't have a game today, but next time we'll have an activity or something for you to watch.
We'll think of some.
Thanks for all your support, and cheers to 2022. My almost finished bubble tea, and let's make it a great year.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you don't know already, we have a Patreon. Patreon allows listeners to access our bonus content and videos and supports our podcast. A big shout out to our Patreon supporter, Aaron. Thank you so much for your contributions.